Welcome in, guys, to another Walking Dead Road to Survival video. This is your host, JustCMTexx, and I'm back at you once more again, and we're getting ready to go over my tier list for the month of January, okay? There has been a lot of new fighters that have come into the game. Where do they rank? How do they fit into the current meta? How would they fit in with the current team structures? Which ones may be good for you to go for? Let's go ahead and get into that in this video. So here you have it, my January tier list. Make sure you hit that notification bell, hit the subscribe button for more content coming from me for Walking Dead Road to Survival. Let's go ahead and look at this tier list, okay? So I did a little bit different, okay? We have a tier 5 rank system, and then we have must-haves. So these are characters that no matter what you do in the game, you need to have them on your team, okay? And we're gonna kind of get into every one of these characters, what they're able to do, and why they're necessary for you to be able to have on your squad, okay? So if we're looking at my must-have list, no particular order, but we have Akira, we have Andrea, S-Class Beta, okay? We also have Jesus. Priya is still one of those must-have characters. Magna, we have Marge, and Traitor, okay? These are the premium characters of the game. So these characters, one way or another, can carry a team and be the deciding factor whether or not you are a powerhouse or whether or not you are a loser in your war battles. So let's go ahead and we're going to break down this a little bit further. My tier 1 characters, okay? These are characters that are necessary in the game, okay? You can survive without having these characters, but you can put together even better teams if you have these characters in the supporting roles. Now, the tier 2 characters, these are characters that have a supporting role in the game. They are okay. They have their place where they fit in with certain aspects, but these are characters that you can, in certain instances, most instances, do without them, because with your tier 1 and tier and your must-have list, you're going to be able to build really good teams. Now, the tier 3 characters, these are characters who were once tier 1. Many of them, characters such as Mercer, characters such as Pete, Frost, they were once these tier 1 characters. Now, these characters can be +1, -1, +2, -2. It just depends on the team build and the structure. But in the current meta, you can pretty much do without these guys. Now, tier 4. These are characters that are just in the game. If you want to have a little fun, spice your team up, you can be able to throw one of them in there on survival road, something of that nature. But these are characters that you're typically not taking into your wars with you or any of your strong faction events because they just don't hold the weight that they used to. My tier 5 characters, these are characters you could avoid at all costs, all right? They have no benefit to you and they don't work in the current meta, and some of them haven't worked in any meta, you know. They definitely just need a rework, and I do want to make a rework guide to where some of these characters can be viable, possibly move up +1, +2, and be in a place where they can be very situational and work out the way that we would want them to. So with my must-have list, let's go ahead and get into this, all right? Number 1 on this must-have list is Akira, okay? So when we go look at Akira's kit, Akira is a absolute nightmare, okay? I've seen him modded correctly, I've seen him modded wrong, but if you have Akira, you are lucky, okay? Keep him, mod him correctly, and he is an absolute nightmare. Okay, so let's look at Akira's kit. Number 1, he's a command tool. Number 2, turn 3, he revives 3 teammates, and all of those teammates instantly rush. So naturally, if guys are dead, turn 3, Akira is going to give you a whole entire team, well, those 3 teammates, he's going to give them a rush. So they're gonna revive even if they didn't have AP. They're all gonna have AP and be able to rush, right? On top of that, when Akira rushes, all teammates get 50% bonus HP and regain up to 100% of their max HP. Up to 2 enemies get daze and impair for 2 turns, okay? This is already OP. So you're like, oh wow, this guy is really OP, all right? Wait, there's more. Akira has hands down the best attached weapon in the game. Why would you say that, Tex? Here's why. At the start of every turn, this character recovers from all penalties and get Guardian Shield. This guy is nuts, all right? Absolutely bonkers. He is absolutely nuts. Straight bonkers, okay? If you get him, you can build him right. You know, some trauma resist on him. You know, he's breaking through stun when you stun him with the weapon. It's just crazy. Akira is just mind blown, man. He's really good. To me, he is the top character in the game right now. That's just my opinion. If you have a different opinion, drop that down in the comments below. Let me know. I'll definitely respond to the comments. Now, we have Akira, okay? So next up on this list, we have Andrea, okay? When you see Andrea on a team, she is really, really good to have on your team. This is what Andrea does. Cutthroat, we're not even concerned with the cutthroat. Turn 2, up to 2 enemies get normalized for 2 turns, and all teammates get focused for 2 turns. Bananas. Now, on top of that, she deal 1,000 damage to a line of enemy. Up to 2 other teammates gain 50% AP and get 50% attack for each turn, right? That's not it. Her weapon, on top of that, at the start of every turn, this character recovers from impair and gains 30% AP. Absolutely sick. She is such a great character, okay? Now, when you pair her with who's next on the list, she becomes an even worse nightmare, you know? I've seen people have her in war and just absolutely destroy with her and this beta combo, okay? Now, S-Class Beta, why is he so good? Number 1, waste not. Number 2, up to 2 teammates recover from impair. This character gains 25% of their max HP and for 3 turns. On top of that, this character and up to 1 teammate recover from all penalties, and he deals 1,200 damage to 2 enemies, okay? That's not it. Do you see how all of these characters have multiple things working for them at a time? It's just absolutely crazy. On top of that, when attacking, a better chance to recover from daze and to daze the enemy for 2 turns. So if you take him in against a Jesus team and you use that daze and it pops on Jesus, okay, you could turn to a Jesus team pretty much. Turn to Jesus team. Beta is absolutely good, man. He's great. He works out really well. Put him, Lily, Arav in the team. 1535 weapons. He's absolutely bonkers. Now, next on this list will be Jesus. Now, everybody knows who Jesus is, all right? We know how heavy of a hitter Jesus is. So let's go ahead and look at his kit. 40% defense and HP. All teammates get camouflage for 3 turns. On top of that, up to 5 enemies get 200 trauma and impair for 2 turns. This character gains 50% AP. Up to 2 enemies get negative 50% attack, daze, stun, and confuse for 2 turns. This is bananas. Up to 2 enemies get negative 50 attack, daze, stun, and confuse for 2 turns. While battling on the defense, up to 2 teammates gain 100% AP. Have you been playing against Jesus? Have you seen a cycle where Jesus, Tanya, and Traitor's been in the team and they just constantly keep going off? Yeah, I have. and this is why. Now, Jesus doesn't have an attached weapon, okay? So you're like, oh, well, what's gonna make him better? Well, this is what makes him even bigger threat, is that you can put this Jesus robust silencer in his hand, okay? Absolute defense, alert buff. And I got HP and defense on there, so he is an absolute nightmare when it comes to putting him on a defensive team. Now, we've always talked about this character here, and we know how pretty much kind of how she works, but she is an absolute nightmare too. Put rampage weapon in her hand if you're not facing the Jesus team, and she go crazy, sicko mode, man. It's crazy. So all ranged teammates get this 50% attack and a huge bonus to AP. Turn 3, she remove all positive status effects from a line of enemies. She dealt 3 attacks of 275 damage, which is 825 total, to one enemy. Confuse and impair for 3 turns to a line of enemy. But if you put that weapon in her hand, she absolutely does massive damage. This is the weapon. I will show you that, give you some inside look. I know you've seen these before, but this is the weapon that I'm currently using on her. And this is my build here. Rampage, double attack, huge bonus to AP, 40% attack. Yeah, we got that weapon all the way up to the platinum tier, so you know, that's typically what I use in her hands, and she is a absolute nightmare, and she does great for me in and out of war. Now, one of the newer characters that has come out that really is exciting to play with if you have her, a lot of people have her, is S-Class Magna. She is definitely up here on this tier list, and here is why. All ranged teammates get 50% attack and a huge bonus to AP when attacking. All teammates get 100% confused resistance for 1 turn. Jackie who? Jackie who? Done. She destroys Jackie teams, okay? On top of that, turn 1, this character and up to 2 teammates get 100% bleed resistance for 2 turns. A line of enemies get crosshairs for 2 turns. This character gains 100% AP. So she could be commanded turn to the rush. Now, she's also a counter to Mr. Lou and some of those bleed people out there, all right? Such as Argus. I mean, she's just a great character. On top of that, this is what I rush to. Deal 2 attacks, damage 1100 total to 1 enemy. That enemy and 1 other enemy gets negative 75 defense, and impair for 2 turns. This character and up to 2 teammates recover from all penalties. She is an absolute nightmare. Now, with this weapon that she had, this attached weapon, when attacking, 100% chance to cause normalize for 2 turns to a target enemy. This character gets Guardian Shield. Now, just my personal preference of what I would do with her is I would automatically upgrade her weapon. I would make her weapon a 5-tier weapon, just my opinion, and then I will put the rampage weapon in her hand. I think she would do better with it. That's just my opinion. If you have another opinion, please put that down in the comments below. Let me know what would be your Magna weapon build. Now, we just saw Magna, and this is why she's great. You compare her with those range characters, Princess, Beta, Andrea, and absolutely eat through everybody. Now, next on this list is Marge, and we're going to talk about why Marge is important here, okay? I'm currently working on Marge because I think Marge would be a great character for my team, and she's one of the meta leaders at this moment. So if you don't got Marge, definitely go get her. Now, all strong and fast teammates get 40% HP and defense. At the beginning of each wave, all enemies get 800 exhaust for 2 turns. So if you have those heavily stacked AP weapons in your hand where you get bonus AP, all of that stuff is going to trigger that exhaust. It's going to be a problem, right? Now, turn 1, this character and up to 2 other teammates recover from all penalties and get 100% bleed infection resistance. Come on. She's a beast. On top of that, this character and up to 2 other teammates get camouflage and regain up to 50% of their max HP for 2 turns. While battling on a defensive team, up to 3 enemies get negative 75% attack. You thought that was it. You thought that was it. It is not. And with her attached weapon, At the beginning of each wave, this character and up to 4 teammates get 100% stun resistance for 1 turn and Guardian Shield. I'm bringing Mercer in there? No, you're not. Not bringing Mercer in there. It's not working. She's a beast. Okay? She is a beast. And just to show you my current team build right now, what I'm running, and a couple of the resistance that I have, as you can see, I've had a couple of raid defenses. Oh yeah, oh yeah. A lot of raid defenses. And this is the team that I'm running for my raids. And she's not even built up yet. It's the team I'm running, you know? So we got Marge, the normalized Javier in there for the turn 2 AP. Then we got Tanya for the heals, fast healing weapons. Jesus in there for the impair, man. It's just a nice squad. And she is only a 6-star, right? So still working towards building that Marge team even better and stronger than what I currently have it. So there you see that. Last but not least on this list is Traitor. All right, we all know about the Traitor. Okay. Traitor is still top 2 characters in the game. He is a friggin' nightmare. Okay. If Traitor's modded properly and you try to take an infection team against him, you try to take one of these other teams against him, if you're not nuking that team, the team he's built right, Traitor can tank a whole squad by himself. He is still top 2 characters. Top 2 characters in this game for me. What I think, you let me know down in the comments below. Traitor and Akira. Those are the top 2 characters, performers in this game, right? Love both of them. Now, he has resilience. He's 50% resilience to everything, okay? Now, so target enemy gets 50% infection for 2 turns. This character gains 35% AP. Now, this character gets 50% bonus HP and 50% defense while for 2 turns while battling on a defensive team. Up to 3 enemies get taunt, -50 attack, and 100% heal reduction for 2 turns. Come on, bro. You thought that was it? That's not it. His weapon. When being attacked, a great chance to cause 25% infection for 2 turns on the enemy. Traitor is a problem. Now I'm gonna go ahead and show you my Traitor. And this is how I have my Traitor. Where's my guy at? Still working on leveling him up. But his weapon that I have, alert buff, being attacked, greater chance to cause it, kept that. And I put HP and defense on him. This is the Traitor here. If I put him in the Jesus lead team, let's see if I have one constructed right now. This is his defense and his health, almost 10k a piece on defense. Traitor's a beast. All right, so you just want to go ahead and get him. Those are the top tier characters that you want to go ahead and invest your time in. Now there's some things about the tier 1 list. If you want to know about those tier 1 list characters, leave that comment down below. If you want me to do a video on them, I will definitely do that. If you want a video on the other tiers or any other characters, what my thoughts are, what you should do with them, just go ahead, leave that down in the comments below. Now let's see. This here is my list of farmable characters. Okay, so Beta, Princess, Traitor, all right, Axel, Alpha, Nor, Javier, Michonne. Many of these characters are farmable. Okay, so if you're a new player, you're working your way up the ranks and you think, man, how I can't get access to none of these top tier characters, that is not true. You absolutely can get access to these top 2 characters. Just go ahead and check out my farming guide. I tell you what you need to do in there. Okay, if you have any questions, drop those down in the comment below. Please hit that like, share, subscribe, notification bell. This is your boy JustCMTexx. I am really close to 500 subscribers. I really thank you guys. Love the support, appreciate the support. Love you guys out there for investing your time in me, you know what I mean, for spending your time here learning about The Walking Dead and us enjoying and growing in the game together. I definitely thank you for that. So Please continue to help me push towards these 500 subscribers. I'm trying to get to 1,000 by June. You know what the deal is. This is your boy JustCMTexx. Peace.